Michelle Hadley lived in Anaheim, California, where she fell for a man who led her to love and then led her to destruction. This is part 2 of a toxic love story. And just when you think you know about everything, the truth actually comes out. I'm Holly.
I'm Jules.
And welcome back to Born Brazen. As we talked about in part 1 was a total mindfuck. We thought originally Michelle was sending all of these crazy emails. Then come to find out, we're thinking Angela is sending all these crazy emails because she doesn't have a very nice past about being truthful and making things up. After Leslie finds out about Angela's past through her best friend Mary and her ex Jason, they start now questioning everything. They're like, wait a minute. This is really weird. Is she playing Ian? Like, what is going on? So as they're questioning everything about Angela, Michelle ends up going to jail.
And at that point in the documentary, when they're telling us this, you know, it's like kind of before you know things, my first instinct was like, it's about time. Like,
yeah,
pick her up, question her, what the hell is going on?
Get out of here.
And they show you in the clip, they're like, did you write these emails? And she's like, I absolutely did.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I knew it.
Oh my God. And then I just can't believe just the way that went down. And like, yeah, I wrote those, but there wasn't like how you still went to jail and had to sit there for what, 4 months, I believe you said?
4 months.
Like sitting. Well, was there anything else? Like they didn't bring up that there was more, like for her to be like, well, I wrote those, but not those. Like,
well, all they needed was that one confession. Well, yeah, I wrote those. And then they're like, well, she had to have wrote all of them.
Yeah. And in 4 months, no one has said, wait a second, like, let's look into where all these emails came from, IP addresses and all the things.
100%.
Like, I guess her state of mind through all of this was not good. So she probably didn't know what to do in there. I would have gone crazy and.
Oh, for sure.
But I would have been wanting to get to the bottom of it to like.
Yeah.
Help myself. Yeah, in some way or another.
So they ended up arresting Angela in 2017. And she ended up going to jail for 5 years in prison. And we're thinking, awesome. Michelle didn't do it. She wrote 2 emails, but she went to jail. And now they're like, oh, well, maybe not. Then they focus in on Angela and they're like, okay, well, she did it. We now need to, hone in on her. Well, we're going to evict her and send her to jail for 5 years.
Because they had her nonsense because she was the crazy one too, like saying I'm pregnant, cancel, blah.
Yeah.
So kind of fits.
More about Michelle's story, and God bless her.
Because you're immediately like, what the hell did this poor man do to you? How awful.
So as we said before, poor thing, she's young, she's vulnerable.
Very impressionable.
She's got, she meets this man and he's a marshal and he's just the love of life. And
she wants the Disney princess fairy tale.
Princess fairy tale. And they're getting a house together. And now they're, talking about a family and all of this. And as he is gaslighting the absolute hell out of her, the crazy starts to peek through. We've talked about kinks before. Okay? Don't be ashamed of your kink. You do the kink that you want to do. And he himself had his own kink.
Sure enough did.
And I don't think it was a kink that's weird. A lot of people have this kink. He would have a threesome. Now, most men want to have a threesome with a female. He did not. He wanted to have one with a male. Which again, if you're bisexual, look, sure, knock yourself out.
But you both have to want it.
You both have to want it. You should not pressure anybody into it. And come to think about it, that makes a whole lot more sense. So he wants to have this threesome, right, with another man.
Well, he wants to watch
Correct. He wants to watch.
with another man.
Yes. Which sounds really similar, huh? To a Craigslist ad. That sounds kind of fishy.
Yeah.
And as she is very innocent,
Yeah.
she puts him off for such a long time. She's like, yeah, I don't really feel comfortable with that. No.
Not something I want to do. I'm in love, you know?
Yeah. But then she's like thinking, well, what if I keep saying no? He's going to leave me if I'm not fulfilling his wants, which is called control.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, gentlemen, you're listening to this. Like, if you suspect that not agreeing to something that your significant other wants to do is going to cause such a ripple in your relationship that you're going to break apart, like, that's not healthy.
Mm-mm.
You weren't in a good relationship to begin with. So she ends up like agreeing to have this because she felt like
maybe if I just do it this one time, he won't ask again and it'll stop.
It'll stop. Which we know that usually never happens.
Yeah, it's more than likely going to escalate.
Yes.
Or continue.
Yeah, for sure. And I just felt so bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's crying. She's, on the show, she's just, you can tell that he took every bit of imagination, I don't know, like dreams and
just her essence. Like,
yeah. He robbed her of her, I don't know. It's like trying to find a word. It's like when a kid doesn't know how the reality is and they just
like that dream of
euphoria. Yeah. And she was still young enough where she thought the world was her oyster, and he robbed her of that. She, after he does some more things, he starts, tracking her car. He starts trying to figure out, like, calling her 1,000 times over and over again. Where are you at? Why are you here? He's tracking her. Which, mind you, he's tracking her that way. But yet when these emails came through, he couldn't figure out where they were coming from.
Yeah.
So GTFO on that. So yeah, he starts going over like, you thought Michelle and Angela were crazy? You have no idea.
Yeah.
He tops them both. And so she, she's like, I want to go to the cops about this, but she's scared because he's what? He's a U.S. Marshal.
Yeah.
And what do cops do? They tend to protect each other.
Yeah. So she didn't want that to happen.
No.
And that's how scared she was. She literally thought no one would have her back.
Which is so sad. It's so sad. And to think, life is so crazy because we just talked about that guy that survived on the boat and how
I feel bad she didn't have a friend that she could go to and confide in to say,
yeah,
he's making me do all these things and I don't like it and I'm not comfortable.
Yeah. And he sexually assaulted a girl, which again is awful. But like this Ian is like controlling her and just putting her in like this prison. And she's scared to go to the cops because they're going to protect him. Like, we've got to change that.
Yeah.
We've got to, like, women don't come forward because they don't think anybody's going to believe them when somebody sexually assaults them. Like, yeah, just fucking infuriates me. So after all this is going down, the poor girl has a mental break, which is where those original emails came from.
And two that she admitted to, she did send those in a spiral. She's sending these,
Yeah. She's like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, she's like, I was having, she goes, I'm not proud of it. Like she's like, I went through a phase. It wasn't me. It wasn't normal. But, like I said, he robbed her innocence away from her. And she's like, it's kind of like, when a guy takes your virginity from you, you feel like you have to be with them because they took a part of you you're never going to get back. And this was the same thing. Like, she's going through this, like, it's her first real in-depth relationship. She's like, he took a part of me I'm never going to get back.
Yeah. And then, like she said in one of the emails about taking her home and my life away from her because, because she lost so much.
Yeah.
And all these good things that she thought she had in her life, a man, a home, a safe place.
Yeah. Fairy tale.
Her future.
Yeah.
And, and then here it is 4 months later, and she's still flipping out over, that mentality that you get when you stick around because, you're afraid to leave. And then, you finally, like, all this stuff happens and you're apart. And then you see this other woman move into your home.
Yeah. That you paid money on.
Yeah. Like,
bunch of bullshit
I
on
can't
that.
imagine, like, the feelings in that thought process.
No, not at all. But I will give props to the DOJ, Department of Justice, because they put their thinking caps on and they were like, so if you did not know, any situation that happens to federal employee, government employee, they have to look into what's going on here. This was, and it's going to be a slew of things, right? I mean, these were death threats, some of them. So, they have to make sure that, nothing's going to happen in the future. Do they need to be protected? All of that. And so when they start doing this investigation, they're like, this isn't adding up. None of this is adding up. And they start seeing, as we see some commonalities about, they moved in quick with Michelle, moved in quick with Angela. These things are happening. He was on it.
He is clearly good at that whole manipulation of meeting people and they're like in love with him, like that.
Love bombing.
Like having them be comfortable and all of a sudden, that quick being like, I'm in love with this person and I'm moving in and we're going to have babies. Wow.
So glad though that DOJ looked into him.
Yeah.
Because had they not, if you haven't picked up already, Ian is our culprit. It is not Michelle. It is not Angela. It's crazy Ian.
But Ian and Angela, though, were two peas in a pod.
Oh, yeah. They were both in it. Now, I do think, though, that he controlled the shit out of Angela.
Yeah.
And he probably, I think Angela is very like, me, I want sympathy. But I don't know, maybe after Taylor Parker. I'll say, I don't know if she went to the extent of Michelle didn't have anything to do with her.
Yeah. Like,
that would have brought her no, well, I guess if she was sending emails, it would have brought, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. He controlled a lot of what happened.
But Angela had her crazy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, she was no longer cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She was the pop and Rice Krispies. I don't know. She was weird.
Yeah.
She was weird. And I also, so all of these things, so that when they dig into it, right, and they find out that Ian's sending these emails and Ian reached out to the Craigslist guy and Ian has done all these things. I wonder if because when they got that protective order, again, she's, breaking the protective order with him being, and he showed the cops that he had a protective order. Was that a real protective order?
I don't know.
I mean, he is a government official.
Yeah.
He could probably, if you can fake an ultrasound, you can fake a protective order.
Yeah, true.
So I'm wondering how real that protective order was. And maybe they should have looked into it a little more. And
well, like the one investigator was saying, there was things about him that weren't sitting right.
Yeah.
The way, when he was watching previous interviews of incidences where the cops came out to the house and then he was rewatching just the way his behavior and knowing how to find these certain things online. And his behavior is what struck the investigator to be like, he came off not quite right. Let me look into him.
Yeah, because one of those, when the email, so an email came through as the cops are there.
Mm-hmm.
And on that email that came through, he was in the camera, he was on body cam, and then he walked away.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and that was like right in the time the email was sent.
Mm-hmm.
But again, as a cop, this is a U.S. Marshal. Like, why would he be doing all of this? But I guess he was. I think that's such a controversial area that we look out for each other, right? You can't tell me anything's wrong with her because she's perfect in my eyes. And so work family, right? You expect that to be that way. And I get that with police officers. You protect your own because when you're out there in the field, you have to trust one another.
Absolutely.
Like you're taking a risky situation every day.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to protect each other. But I feel like as a cop, you know what to look for. And if it comes off weird,
yeah,
your radar should be up. So yes, protect each other, but also know when to call somebody out and be like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, somebody's on that opposite side and they're the victims in the situation. Like they're the person you're supposed to protect.
I don't know. I don't understand why he was doing it to begin with.
Yeah, I don't think we ever found that out.
Like, what was the point of, like, why continue to put both of them through all of this? Like, what was the end game? I guess.
Control.
But because so you wanted Michelle arrested, but she was already out of your life.
But when she left, because remember, she left because every time she wanted to leave, he wouldn't let her leave.
Yeah.
So there was like this really slim
because he was
situation.
Pissed that she took off.
Yeah, it was a very slim situation that she's like, I'm leaving, I'm going for it. And she left. And when she left, she took that control away from him.
Yeah. But then at that point, you've now moved on. You're now with Angela.
But you can't get rid of that.
Like, what was the point of deciding to rope Angela in and be, let's put Michelle through some more shit. Let me let you take the fall and go to jail for these emails that I'm sending.
Yeah.
Like, because what's the point there now? I don't understand what the end game was supposed to be. Like, okay, Michelle's arrested. You and Angela just live a life and be like, yep, we got her, and then keep living? Or what was the goal there?
So in my opinion, this is what I think. I think he controlled Michelle until Michelle left, and then he got pissed because he couldn't control her anymore. So he meets this Angela. He love bombs the shit. And then he's so pissed that Michelle left. So he's like, all right, we're going to do something to teach her a lesson, per se.
In Angela's eyes at that point, wouldn't you be like, well, I mean, I guess she was her own weird. So I guess but do you not want to know, I don't know, I'd be like, when are we done? Why?
Yeah. Unless he was promising her things that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Because I think all that happened. And then I think
because at one point, though, he does think she's pregnant.
Yes.
But then she's not.
Yeah.
So.
But I think with the whole Angela situation of why let her go to jail, I think because things were getting a little close to home. So he's like, all right, well, because he was all distraught. Like, I never thought she would ever do anything like this. I guess I didn't really know her.
But why wasn't Angela like, it wasn't me?
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything. Like, Angela just, okay, goes to jail.
Yeah. All right. And
that's why I think she was in on it enough to where she was willing to take the fall for both of them, which is also odd.
Unless she thought that was her way out of a controlling situation.
Maybe. But I still would have been like, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm out. Just like Michelle, I would have been like, let me tell you what happened to me.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, because Michelle was like, I finally get to tell you all the shitty things that this man has done.
Uh-huh.
And raised her voice, and damn, she's a bad bitch. like so proud of her. You could see her confidence level, like flying through the roof. And I'm like, girl, do your thing. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. So after they do all of this investigation and we found out all that, justice actually did come through. And he was arrested in 2021, 6 years after this whole thing started, and had the audacity to plead not guilty. You know what you did? They have evidence. They have friggin' evidence.
Yeah.
But as you all know, he was found guilty and found guilty for stalking, perjury, and obstruction to justice. And 10 years, crazy story, 10 years in the Texas, and he's a cop. Y'all, cops don't do well in jail. They do not do well in jail.
As he shouldn't.
No, not at all.
I mean, because I'm surprised there wasn't a charge, unless we just missed it, like some kind of charge for, you know, abusing his authority.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he played it. We talked about that in the last episode. You know, the cops showing up and he's wearing his badge. And
which, again, I still think that should have been handled in a totally different situation.
Yeah. Totally odd that the cops just walked up and did not feel threatened by any means. Like, because to me, in my eyes, that's like.
And if they did some research to find out whose house he was going to and knew who he was.
Yeah, maybe.
Then you should have done the research about the emails.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
You should have. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
Like, either, I don't know. So, last episode, we talked about Leslie and sticking to her best friend, sticking to her guns. And after all of this poor girl, he wasn't even that attractive. Like, the pull he had on females, insane. Because she is like, he didn't do it. There's no way I believe that my sweet baby Ian would do anything like that. Bitch, he's arrested and went to jail.
There's evidence, lady.
So I 100% think she was in love with him.
Probably to an extent.
Yes. Yeah, that undying love.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I just can't.
No.
So that is this week's part 2 episode of A Toxic Love Story. If you have not watched, it is like you said last time, it is a crazy, wild ride. It keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because the way they do an incredible job of, you learning things, because you really go from this person is responsible. Nope, this one is. Nope, this one is, like.
Yeah, insane. They make it like Michelle's awful. Angela's awful.
Yeah.
All the time. It's this Ian that's like terrible. Crazy. We have no spoilers for next time. We're just going to let you think and brainstorm about what we are going to talk about. But if you have case suggestions, like, please put it in the chat. We would love to hear about them and love to give you our lovely commentary on those crazy episodes. So Spotify, YouTube, comments, engage. It really helps with the podcast. Tell a friend, share it, all the good things. We really appreciate it. And until next time, as always, stay positive and stay brazen.
Hey, Holly.
Angel.
What did the left eye say to the right eye?
I'm trying to think of something. I can't come up with it. What?
Between you and me, something smells.
Between you and me, something smells. That's a good one for like a kid. Because it's not like, it's not the dilate one. It was a little morbid. I loved it, but I think it was great. Between you and me, something smells.